welcome to the lab, bro. You guys are welcome to the lab, bro. Alright, bro, let's go, bro. Alright, let's go, bro. Alright, so what is the meaning of it don't cost in pidgin English? Alright, so pidgin English is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people, especially in West Africa, to speak and communicate within themselves. Alright, so today we're going to know what the meaning of indon cast is. Alright, so now what is the meaning of indon cast? What is the meaning of indon cast? Right. So in plain English, this language is made simple for people to speak and to communicate within themselves. It's not difficult. It's a simple language for people to speak and communicate within themselves. All right. So if you want to say something like "How are you" in pidgin English, if you want to say something like "How are you," you just simply say something like "How you did." And if you want to say something like "Where are you from?" in pidgin English, you just simply say something like "Where you did." And if you want to say something like "What is your name?" What is your name in pidgin English? You just simply say something like "Waiting be your name." All right. So pidgin English is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. All right. It's a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. So now, what is the meaning of "indon cost" in pidgin English? The meaning of indon cost in pidgin English. All right, bro. Let's let the light, bro. Let's start, bro. We got zero votes. We got zero likes. Everybody, let's let it light. So this is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves, all right? So in pidgin English, if you want to say something like, "How are you?" In pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "How you day?" And if you want to say something like, "Where are you from?" In pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "Where you day?" And if you want to say something like, "What is your name?" In pidgin English, you will just simply say something like, "Waiting be your name." And if you want to say something like, "Where are you watching from?" In pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "Where you they watch?" Hello, fan, where you watching from, bro? Nice to have you here, alright? So if you want to say something like, "Can you borrow me?" Or if you want to say something like, "When is lecture starting?" When is lecture starting? In pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "When lecture they start." So that's how it goes, alright? So this is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. So indon cost, meaning of indon cost means it's expensive. That's the meaning. Indon cost means it's expensive, right? So that's the meaning of indon cost. Everybody, let's go, bro. Got just one like, bro. Let's let the light, bro. Let's let the light, bro. So if you want to say something like, I'm live streaming tomorrow. If you want to say something like, "I am live streaming tomorrow," in pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "I dey go live tomorrow." I dey go live tomorrow. And if you want to say something like, "Can you watch my live stream?" in pidgin English, you just simply say something like, "You go fit watch my live stream." So that's how it goes in pidgin English. Hello, Monica. Where are you watching from? Go to hybrid here. Where are you watching from? All right, bro. Let's let the live, bro. Just like the lab, but we got just two likes, right? So pidgin English is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. A kind of an easy language that is made simple for you to speak and communicate, all right? It's not difficult, all right? So if you want to say something like, "How old are you?" How old are you in pidgin English? You just simply say something like, "Waiting be your age." That's how it goes in pidgin English. So this is kind of an English language made simple. So the meaning of indon cost means it's expensive. That's the meaning of indon cost. It means it's expensive. That's the meaning, right? So this is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. All right, bro. We're giving all our supporters shout outs. We're giving all our voters a massive shout out. All right. So once you sub, bro, indicate so we'll give you a massive shout out. Massive shout out to fund to fund the to fund more. Massive shout out to fund more. Massive shout out to Monica. Massive shout out to everyone that have subscribed. Bro, you guys are the best, bro. Right, this is a channel where you learn about language or English language, pidgin English that you've never heard of before. Oh, Hadik. Nice to have you here, bro. Where are you watching from? All right, bro. Let's go, bro. So, massive shout out to Hadik, bro. Once you've saw giving our supporters a massive shout out. Thank you all for being here, bro. You guys are the best, bro. Hello, Killian. Massive shout out to Killian. Massive shout out to Rayan, bro. Massive shout out, bro. You guys are the best, bro. Wishing you best of luck, bro. You guys are the best. Once you've saw, bro, let's go, bro. Giving all supporters a massive shout out, bro. You want to learn about English language? You want to learn about pidgin English? All right, this is the right channel for you. You know what I'm saying, bro? You guys are the best, bro. Massive shout out to us about that. Everybody, let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Massive shout out, bro. We got just 6 votes. Everybody, let's vote, bro. You guys are the best, bro. So, pidgin English, as I was saying, bro, is a kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. All right, that is what pidgin English is. It's kind of an English language that is made simple for people to speak and communicate within themselves. I'm from Africa, bro. I'm from Africa. Where are you watching from? Hadik, Priton, where are you watching from, bro? Good to have you here. So the meaning of Indon cast in pidgin English means it's expensive. So if I say something like an iPhone 17 don't cast, sorry, don't cost. An iPhone 17 don't cost. I'm trying to say something like an iPhone 17 is expensive. That's what I mean, bro. So if you come to Africa, to West Africa, if you come to West Africa and you hear something like an iPhone 17 don't cost, right? They are trying to say that an iPhone 17 is expensive. That's what they are trying to say. So pidgin English is a kind of an English language that is made simple, right? For people to speak and communicate with themselves. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. You guys are the best, bro. Massive shout out to Ryan M74. Massive shout out to Hadik. You guys are the best, bro. Thank you so much for watching the live stream, bro. So that's what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. So that's it about pidgin English. So if I ask you that, how are you? In pidgin English, I will say something like, how you day? All right. So Ryan, how you day? Hadik, Hadik Pritam, how you day, bro? So if you just say something like I did fine, all right, I did fine, all right, I did fine, all right. So that's how it goes, bro. So Rayan, how you did? I'm asking you in pidgin English, Rayan, how you did? And Hadik, how you did? You just simply say something like I did fine, all right. So that is how it is said in pidgin English. You know what I'm saying, bro? Thank you so much, bro. So the meaning of in don't cost means it's expensive. In don't cost means it is expensive. All right. No, bro. No. All right. You can. No problem, bro. You can say something in Hindi. You can say something in Hindi. I've heard about Hindi before, but I don't know. I think Hindi is a language spoken in I think Hindi is a language spoken in India. All right. Hindi is an Indian language, isn't it, bro? Hindi. Oh yeah, bro. I'm correct, bro. Hindi is an English language, and people from India they do something called Buddhism. All right, Buddhism. I try to know about other things. All right, so that's what I'm saying, bro. So this is a kind of an English language, very simple to speak. All right. So if I ask you that how you did, I'm trying to say how are you, and if I say something like where are you from, in pidgin English, I will simply say something like where you did. All right. So if I ask you Hadik Pritam, where you did, you just simply tell me that I did India. All right. If I ask you that where you did, You just simply tell me something like I did India. I did All right. That's how it goes. Thank you so much, bro. Haley. Haley, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Massive shout out to Haley for being here on the last stream. Thank you so much, bro. Everybody, thank you so much, bro. You guys are the best, bro. Bro, Pidgin English is a kind of an English language, but it's a kind of an English language. Maybe it will take you time before you understand it, right? It will take you time before you understand. I wanna check out my Alright, but let's go, bro. Massive shout out to all our supporters. Bro, what don't you understand? Hadik Britain, what don't you understand, bro? What do you not understand? What do you not understand, bro? Bro, what don't you understand, bro? This might take time, It might take time before you get it, alright? So when you come to Africa, to Nigeria, right, you'll hear a lot of people speaking pidgin English. And when you come to Africa, it won't take you time for you to know how to speak pidgin English because pidgin English is the order of the day in the country, you know what I'm saying? So if you eventually or maybe somehow come down here to Nigeria, you hear somebody ask you that how you did instead of how are you hear people ask you that where you did from which country you did. They are trying to say that where are you from, which country are you from, and you hear something like how old you did. They are trying to ask you that how old are you, right? So that's how it goes in the pidgin English. So this is a kind of an English language that is most simple for people to speak and communicate with themselves, right? So if you hear something like if you hear something like it don't cost, they are trying to say that it's expensive, right? All right, Hadik, thank you so much for following. Thank you so much, bro, for following. Bro, are you from India? Hadik Pritam, are you from India, bro? Are you from India? All right, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. All right, so that's it. We'll leave the class for today, bro. We've learned about pidgin English. We've learned about it don't cost. And it don't cost means it's expensive. It don't cost means it's very expensive, all right? So when you hear somebody say that it don't cost, they're trying to say that it's expensive.